So I decided to start a new game, and this is going to be a little bit different because I haven't done many, I guess, gameplay videos ever. So we're starting a new, totally fresh game. The game starts with begin initialization, and I'm gonna try to do this almost unedited.
Commencing Atlas System Suit Initialization.
Yeah, I have the male voice set up. It's not the default, but okay.
Life support systems activated.
And the game starts wobbling and showing you the situation. Now, we're
Shield
always
kinetic
starting
system online.
on a somewhat dangerous planet. There's a reason for that, because it's part of the tutorial that teaches you how to handle things. What do we see? So this is a toxic
Aerial
planet.
propulsion jetpack online.
On the bottom left, we have Subam 26B6. That's the name of the planet.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
And 21.9 degrees centigrade.
User initialization sequence complete.
And remove this. Now, we can see now that the main part of the three stats on the bottom left
falling.
Says 57.8 tox. So, okay. It wants me to perform a scan to find sodium because my life protection, my hazard protection is off. But then when you do that, it tells you that the scanner is not working and you need to find ferrite dust. And it tells you on the bottom right that you need to gather ferrite dust by shooting small rocks. But what do you know? There aren't that many small rocks around here. You know, this one doesn't seem to do anything. So, yeah, when you look at it and you see unidentified mineral, that means we're going to need to scan it, but at least there are some small rocks here. We'll need to gather ferrite dust, and if you look at the bottom right, it says the amount that I'm actually getting. And don't worry about the hazard protection on the bottom left. It's marked red, but don't worry about that. It's not going down that fast. Unless you're in permadeath or survival mode, but this is normal mode. Okay, now you have that the amount necessary. See the green 75 by 75? Yeah, we need to repair the scanner. We go into the inventory, find the multi-tool, and we can click to repair. Now the scanner is repaired. It says scan to locate sodium. So we click C, and then we have these NAs. H is dihydrogen. C plus is condensed carbon. All of these are useful. It tells you the distance. 40U, even less. We have 2 sodium plants. So we interact with them. And that tells us to recharge hazard protection. Let's do that. Yeah, quick menu, and we recharge. Now we should find some more. But the scanner died out.
Starship signal detected.
Now we see that we have a starship signal. That's our ship. And it's somewhere behind us. But I'm gathering some more sodium. Signal source. Well, we know this is actually the ship, right? 668U. Let's go. Now, on PC, there's Control Shift, which is to start sprinting. You just need to go there. Now, you can stop to, I guess, mine some more material. However, if you do that too much, you'll end up wasting your hazard protection and you'll need to recharge it. So, let's just walk. I'm scanning again so that I can see if there's any more sodium on my way. There is. So, I'll try to pass by it. Now, see those plumes? These are damaged machinery. They're pretty useful. We'll get to them. Now, dihydrogen is going to be useful. So, you see that signal on the right? Yeah, that was an indication that there's a buried technology module. So, basically, when you interact with this, you can use this to discard, or you can click it and move it to your inventory. This time I got 30 nanites. Let's continue. Night has fallen, I see. Alright. Okay, so these are pulpy roots. Okay. I can interact with them. If we look at them in the inventory, yeah, ship is still out of range. You see that there's some tritium in the ship. But let's look at the pulpy roots. If we consume them, it will restore 10% hazard protection. Useful? Maybe. Not that useful. So, these are carbon crystal, condensed carbon, so very useful for us, but not immediately. Still, let's get some. Yeah. Some more. You can already see where the ship is down there. Unidentified mineral, cobalt. Cobalt is useful to make ion batteries, which are useful also for recharging various things, including, I think, some of the different hazard protections. Now, the signal is not the ship, but you can see that the ship is burning up. It's always the radiant pillar BC1, but we need to go to the source of the signal. Iteration number in some large number. Let's interact. Now, iteration deleted, boundary failure likely, vessel 16 emptied, call sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer. Analysis, fresh iteration generated, anomaly containment prepared. Now either broadcast or leave. No, leaving doesn't do anything useful, so we broadcast. Broadcast received, traveler anomaly detected. Anomalies compliant, position logged, system integrity scan initialized. And we're done with this for now. On the right, investigate the crashed ship. But I've seen these. These are oxygen plants. We don't have an analysis visor, so still, oxygen is always useful. Let's interact with these. Now notice their shape. We'll get there sometime later. Okay. Board the crashed ship on the bottom right. As we enter, auto-diagnostics, self-repair, self-guided repair, iteration number is online, Atlas connection, intermittent, launch thrusters, offline, pulse engine, offline. I find myself alone in a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. So we can either connect the exosuit or read the log. Log unavailable, substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion. Pilot should perform maintenance and select desired repair path. So, let's repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols. Initiated. Pulse engine critically damaged. So, we need a hermetic seal and metal plating. Okay, launch thruster critically damaged. Press E to exit. Different controls for other platforms, of course. So let's look at what we need. So we need some pure ferrite and dehydrogen jelly, and a hermetic seal and metal plating. That's the rocket launcher. Yeah. All right. So we have some tritium. If we want to make something, we can't make dehydrogen jelly. We can make an ion battery in theory, because we have cobalt and ferrite dust. That's useful. Okay, exiting the ship. And we have information on the right. Repair pulse engine metal plating. That's the first step. Okay, so we need more ferrite dust. And this area is even more sparse in little rocks that can be used for ferrite dust, so it's really, really annoying. This is just cobalt.
Toxic protection falling.
Yeah, of course. Notice that toxic protection has risen when we were in the ship. So going into your ship is always an option for helping you recharge your hazard protection. So this is a deuterium-rich plant. It helps you with the jetpack. You can use the jetpack without it diminishing for a short while. But if you didn't know how to use it, there, jetpack, power surge, fading. Ah, there's a cargo drop here. Now these two require an Atlas pass, which we don't have. But, yeah, we got some of this carbon. Yeah, rusted metal can be refined in a refiner into, you guessed it, ferrite dust. And what do we have in the damaged container? Oh, we got some extra condensed carbon. Yeah. Oh, there's another crystal here. Very good. But no more stones. We need to find more stones. Always worth getting some more carbon. Notice that we don't have an analysis visor, which means that we need to be careful to remember where our ship is, because there is no marker to it. Okay, so this is a cave, and caves are useful because these are hazardous flora, which give you oxygen and sodium sometimes. I'll just avoid them for now because I'm looking for some minerals that we can harvest for ferrite dust. Yeah, these are just decoration. They're not mineable. Ah, more sodium, always good. But I don't see any minerals or anything. Well, the problem is that we don't have a terrain manipulator yet, which basically means that right now we can't dig our way out of the cave. We have to remember the way we came in, or find a different way out. Climbing becomes hard, and you can see that red marker on the right, the bottom right, so I'm using my jetpack. See that red marker? That means it's difficult to continue. Cave marrow has the benefit of being refinable. I think it refines to carbon. Well, the truth of the matter is that we haven't found any rocks yet. Here, did I miss some? Oh, that's a cargo drop that sits at an odd angle. Still, let's get it. On dehydrogen? Oh, several dehydrogen, that's good. Maybe useful for dehydrogen jelly. And the damaged container. Of course, we don't have a refiner yet.
Toxic protection falling.
Back in a cave. We need to come out. Where are any stones? I mean, this is not something that's happened to me in the past, because I've always been able to find plenty of little rocks. So, yeah, I can't scan this, and it's a plant or something, but it's just decoration.
Toxic protection falling.
Still looking for some small rocks. There. Those things look like minerals. Yeah, ferrite dust. Let's get those. Once we have the analysis visor, we will have a marker for direction, and we will have a marker for where our ship is. But right now... Oh, weapon charge depleted, so we need to recharge it. Okay, open the quick menu. Recharge. And carbon is a good fuel. So we do have enough ferrite dust now. So let's mine some more dehydrogen because we need to make dehydrogen jelly. And I remember seeing that we already have the blueprint for that. We can craft it in our inventory. Okay, back towards the ship. Now, yeah, we already have one metal plating, so let's do that. But we don't have an hermetic seal. Board. Starship repairs partially completed. Board the ship and consult the ship diagnostics. Okay. Starship critically damaged, vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Seek assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon. Right, so it tells us to repair the pulse engine with a hermetic seal. Now it tells us that the launch stress was critically damaged and press E to exit, so we exit. Now let's go and search the beacon again. I peer inside the beacon's housing as well as its distress broadcast unit and find a chart. Right? Now it tells us that we have a chart, so we need to go to tab. But I noticed there are some crates here that I can use. Oh, hey, we got a dehydrogen jelly. No point in searching that because there's an Atlas pass required. Let's search these two. And yeah, I'm going to go for the damaged container. Let's remove the rusted metal. Put it in the suit or in the starship. And what do we get? Some more dehydrogen. That's good. The damaged machinery has residual goop, so we can either destroy it or place it in the starship. It can later be refined into nanites through multiple iterations. Anyway, we got some nanites directly from the broken machinery. Yeah, I want to switch to first-person view. There. Looking around. Yeah. Well, let's go in the cave for a second.
Toxic protection.
Get some more oxygen. And this is important. When you go into a cave, the toxic protection stabilizes because in the cave, the situation is not as bad as outside. Another oxygen-bearing hazardous flora. And this one has sodium to give. Always good. Yeah. Now we've tried those before. Some more sodium, always good. More oxygen. Great. Ah, this is important. Now we're getting silver here, even though most of these are cobalt. Some of them will definitely be a different material. Sometimes others in the nearby area will also have silver, like a different material. Usually it'll be silver, platinum, gold instead of the cobalt, but these are rare. I think I may have exhausted everything there is to do in this cave. We're just waiting for
Life
the...
support power low.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the jetpack to recharge. Yeah, walking in diagonals rather than trying to scale it directly sometimes works when you have this red marker that says that you shouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Okay, let's recharge the life support.
Recharged.
You can't see what that is, but yeah, we know what it is.
Toxic protection falling.
Now, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the materials rather than going to use the planetary chart, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. By the way, recharging stuff with condensed carbon rather than carbon is way more useful in terms of the amounts needed, etc. Looking around. Okay, let's use that chart. Oh, glowing mineral. We can analyze it. And we'll see later what happens.
Navigational data received.
Yeah, using the chart does this animation and eventually tells you what it has found. Ooh, the marker is over there. Let's rename the current save. Yeah. Going back to the ship. No, we need to go to the marked coordinates. It's 800 and something view away.
Falling.
I've decided to pass the hill to its
Weather warning.
left.
Incoming storm.
And this is the reason we're always starting on this kind of a planet. Yeah? We have a storm incoming. That needs to be because it wants to teach us that we need to recharge hazard protection all the time, and that storms are even more dangerous. That's okay, my hazard protection is almost fully charged. It even tells you on the bottom right, warning, incoming storm, seek shelter or in caves or buildings. Charge your hazard protection with sodium, and use your scanner to find sodium. Hey, there's sodium. We found some on the way. Always good.
Technology recharged. Toxic protection falling.
No kidding. Yeah, let's just walk towards this thing. Huh. Damaged machinery is always good. Let's grab this, put it in the suit. We'll refine it later and we'll get some more nanites. And if you don't see that you got something, then you need to get close and try again. Another 28 nanites. Yeah, pretty useful. What is down there? Let's go.
Toxic protection falling. Technology recharged. Toxic protection falling.
Notice how the bottom left says storm, and there are 3 arrows showing you that the depletion rate is pretty high. Now these 2 buildings are actually called a shelter. Ah, Holo Archive. So we need to get the viscous fluids. And we get this. Accessing archive, 6 of 7 logs corrupted. Entry 4294A follows. No one making this recording in this case, leaving behind in the fabricator might be of use to someone. Visor damage. Can't find ship. But recovered supplies. Log finished, the machine was still alive, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I needed. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation. Right? Yeah, and it's always worth going in because sometimes there is some stuff like this. If you see this search, that's carbon.
Stabilizing.
There's more than one plant here, so you can actually harvest more than one. Okay. Now I'm looking there because there sometimes are some nanites there, but okay.
Units
This
received.
gives us some units. And this is navigation data, which is definitely useful. Right. So, the entry is corrupted. So this looks weird because again, it looks the same as before, but that's fine. It's like there's two places where you can get it. I'm not sure if this was normal. Anyways, we now have two hermetic seals. Kind of weird. Didn't happen to me in different games before, but that's about it. Can we build that? Yeah, oxygen recycler. It's an upgrade to the life support. That's always good for us. And notice how the both are circled with blue circles. That's called adjacency bonuses. That means that both systems are operating a little bit better. Here we have a specimen to research, which gives nanites, or no, sorry, gives standing. Usually, I think. I don't see that it did anything. It's pretty strange. Maybe you need the visor for that. Alright. So, it says to use the analysis visor, but we don't have one. So, let's install it. It just needs carbon nanotubes. That's good that we got some more carbon along the way. Right, installing the analysis visor. And we need carbon nanotubes. So, let's go to the inventory, click here, and select carbon nanotubes. Right? Okay. Back to the inventory, and let's install the analysis visor on the multi-tool. What else can we install? Personal force field, which I hate using, and a bolt caster. Well, we don't need them right now. We can live without them at the moment. Right, now we can press the key, F in this case, and see various stuff, and we can analyze them. By analyzing, we get the elements, but we'll also get some units, 500 in this case. Now we can see where the ship is. Very nice. Now, it tells you unidentified. If it tells you unidentified, you can go into scan mode and analyze it for more units. Let's go back to the ship. Yep, the red dots are animals. And each species that you actually scanned will start to appear as green paws instead of a red dot. Oh, some mineral. Yeah, that's good. Notice that now we see that it gives ferrite dust and sodium. That's why you need to scan these, because many times minerals and flora will give more than one item. And the secondary cannot be received if you haven't scanned it. So these ones that we used before, provide ferrite dust and dehydrogen. But this one sits on a boulder that can only be mined with an advanced laser. You can still, definitely you can still scan it. Right. Need some more ferrite dust for sure. Alright. And let's go generally in the direction of the ship. So we're scanning this one. More units. Notice that this one gave us 1,000. This one also gave us 1,000. Which basically means that different flora, different fauna definitely give different amounts of units, so it's worth scanning. Eventually we'll have some more material and more blueprints, and we'll be able to craft other types of upgrades for the scanner on the multi-tool, which will give us even more units. More undiscovered fauna. Yeah, looking at the discoveries, we see that we have 5 out of 5, so it's worth going into the discoveries and clicking this. You'll get 1,250 nanites just for discovering the entire set of species on a planet. That's it for today. GoodGuysFree here, and I'll see you again soon.